Welcome to the Rad Dad Redemption Podcast. Here's your hosts, Drew and Dex.
Okay, yeah, we are live now. It's funny, right before I pressed the button, I let out like the most disgusting, just had a coffee and rum chata and following up with a Coke Zero and nicotine pouch burp.
Yeah, a little bit of sausage in there too.
Oh yeah, like it was
That was a mouth fart.
It was yeah. It was loud and fragrant. Num, 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 num.
Welcome back. We're just trying to set the stage, paint the picture. Breathe that in.
It's the holiday season.
It's the holiday season. You know, it's a good metaphor for the holiday season.
Yeah. Farts coming out your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, God. We did the thing where we've actually been down here for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, like accomplished nothing. I like told everybody, I was like, we've got family over.
Yes.
In my home. I was like, everybody needs to be out of the basement for 9 o'clock because I'm recording. And then what actually happened was, well, first of all, it's funny because you went to my garage because we are going to golf later. But you were under the impression that we were golfing first.
I thought I had a tea time. I was getting my shoes on.
Getting ready. And I was like, we recording? And you're like, oh, I thought we golf first. And I was like, we can. But here's the context of what I've
already held everyone in my house hostage and told them to get the fuck out of my basement for this important meeting at 9 sharp, which you knew I wasn't going to be here at 9.
No, I did tell them it was a loose 9.
Yeah, I'm a loose 9 type of guy. And then I was going to play a hard 18, and I was like, oh no, we're not on the same page here. Let's get down to the basement. But then we just talked. We had, like, honestly, sometimes
some of our best conversations
are off air, and we had to do that intentionally because we were talking about family and we were talking about friends and we were having like a very good conversation. And we're not here to air anyone's dirty laundry, but we were rolling there, and I felt like, if only there was some anonymity. You know, we could just go and have real chats.
Let's just start a new podcast, tell nobody about it, change our voices. Like, we'll just put it through
AI.
We'll be like, change it to 2 women, and they're just like, just catty bitches.
Dude, is there an angle there?
Potentially.
Like
maybe that's a future episode idea. Let's put a pin in that.
Well, our podcast sucks, and we do one as like girls' podcast.
Like, you know how like
have
you ever seen? There's like news stories about guys like getting AI girlfriends, and it's like AI images that talk to you and stuff, and like
sexy, yes,
yeah,
cool.
I think we do the same podcast, but instead we're 2 hot chicks, and it'll take off so fast.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be like a bar stool, you know, like
Brazil's gonna go nuts.
Yeah,
there's gonna be
Dave
so
Portnoy
many
is gonna give us $2 million.
Man, fuck Dave Portnoy. That was, I honestly, super quick aside, but him going off about the Patriots last week, like,
yeah, and then being so hilariously wrong.
Best team ever, 21-0. Yeah, that was.
They can't possibly lose, which is hilarious because they are the team that came back 28-3 in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl a few years back.
Yep.
Like, of anybody in the entire world, they should understand that a game can flip.
I'm feeling great, man. Now, like, they got the Ravens and we got the Browns. Like, I don't know. I feel like we could actually maybe pull off the division.
The Bills have a tougher. The problem is the Patriots, even if they lose today, it's irrelevant. They need to lose to either Miami or New York.
Well, we lost to Miami.
Yeah. And so I think Miami can pull it off. I think New York absolutely not. So honestly, the division could come down to week 18.
And that's, you know what? You never want to be in a situation where you have to bet on someone losing, like bank on someone losing. But we're playing well. You know, They got that wild card lockdown, and you know, Allen is the man.
His MVP odds are scooting up pretty fast.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Can you imagine back-to-back MVP?
I'd like a Super Bowl.
His wife's pregnant now.
Yeah,
They're going to make a beautiful family.
Yeah, I love him. He's so funny.
His wife is so lucky.
Yeah.
Go Bills.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, Merry early Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
The Christmas season. It is. You know what? I'm going to put a Christmas song in here.
Right now?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, hit the hockey.
I have to make it.
Oh, AI. Oh yeah, we were talking about AI. Or AI, and then it's going to blow up.
I'm going to use AI. And people are hating on AI a lot, but I was like, I don't have musical skill or the time to be making songs. Like in the last episode, we had the kids.
Yes.
The kids song. That was all AI. I wrote the lyrics really quick, but then I put it into this software, and I was like, make a upbeat pop song for a kids show intro, and it spit out this song, and I put it in the podcast. Boom, done. yes, is it art? No, absolutely not. But I don't have the skills to do that. I don't have the time to do that. What am I supposed to get like you over to like hop on like the guitar, get Aaron over to play the drums, like get a like we took 8 hours to make this 30-second intro. Like no, I do see the value in that. Anyway,
it's got a lot of utility.
Before anybody hates on me for AI, here's our AI Christmas song to introduce our holiday episode.
Christmas is here, family comes every year. The stress of the season is getting to me. I'll fight your dad and kick over the tree. I lost my mind, I can't be kind. My new gifts have already lost their shine. The credit card bills are getting me down, so I'll take my last dollar and head into town. Baby, I'm casino bound. Don't worry about me, I'll be home in time for couples therapy.
I'm just gonna assume it was a banger.
It was obviously a band.
It was obviously a banger. Great job. I'm probably in my truck right now, pulled over, listening to my own podcast, texting you about how much I like the song.
Actually, there was something I was expecting you to text me from the last podcast, and you didn't.
Oh,
I hid something at the very, very end of the podcast. Did
What?
you listen all the way through the end credits and everything?
no, I bet you there's about a 15-second playback that's just sitting stale.
Okay,
Oh,
go back and
man.
listen to it. I hid it there, like literally just for you, because
Little
nobody
treat?
else listens to the podcast.
a little treat. That's not true. I got a lot of people like reach out, especially, we touched on the porn side of things, and there's a lot of guys that were like, "Oh yeah, no, I know exactly." I think we lost a lot of the female listeners.
They're like, no, you disgusting.
Yeah, but I had a lot of dudes be like, "Yeah, you guys are spot on.
Yeah.
You get porn. You get it."
Oh my god! And I looked up the magic porn too.
Oh, like not.
I was texting you about it, I think, or maybe I wasn't.
No, you
I
just went down a rabbit hole
Okay.
and had a lot of fun.
So as I was listening to that episode, I was like, okay, as soon as I get home, I'm looking up magician porn, and oh god, this is hilarious. So I looked it up, and there's a half-hour video, and it's like it was titled like your typical porn video. It was like magician does tricks, then fucks hot babe.
yeah, of course.
And I was like,
traditional.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
The
cool.
Christmas turkey of porn vids. Yes.
And so it's like it's not even in English, so I can't understand what they're saying. It was like Spanish, something weird. Anyway, but the funniest part, like we've all done this. You've watched porn where you're like, okay,
I've never watched porn.
this build-up's taking a little too long. Let me scrub ahead about a minute or whatever. So I'm watching it. It's like kind of funny because this guy's doing like, and there's no. First of all, it starts with no women in the room. It's like this guy.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
He's doing terrible magic tricks for his two buddies sitting on the couch, and like these are hilariously bad magic tricks. I'm assuming that was what was being said, and you could tell they're like annoyed with it. And I was like, okay, like this is kind of getting. I've like literally watched 2 minutes of this guy just doing bad magic tricks. There's been nothing sexual happen, and then I'm like, okay, this is enough. Like, let's get to the sex part. Hopefully, there actually is a woman. If not, I can still make it work.
Yeah, I'll still watch this.
So I scrub ahead like a minute, and he's still like doing tricks. And I scrub ahead another minute, and he's still fucking doing tricks. It was 11 minutes of this guy just doing bad magic tricks. And then finally, at some point, I kept scrubbing ahead. At some point, there is a girl in the room, and then the other two guys leave, and they engage in intercourse. But at that point, I didn't even want to watch it anymore because I just watched 11 minutes of bad magic. But so there is magician porn.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if the guy was an actual magician judging from the tricks.
But you said the bulk of the video was just magic.
I would say a third of it was magic.
And maybe it's like an influencer thing, like I'm hot and I cook. You know, like he actually is just trying to break into like maybe one of two worlds. We're gonna see what it takes first. Like, here's me having sex. Here's also my magic. Please like and subscribe. Put in the comments below which you preferred.
What you prefer? Yeah. Should I take this to Instagram with the magic tricks, or should I take it to OnlyFans with the porn? Yeah.
Yeah. And sounds like the porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was really good at either, to be honest with you. It was pretty low budget. Like, it was one of those things where you're like, definitely. Okay, now we're getting into references. Now, you've seen The League?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Andre goes out of town and they film a porno.
Yes.
At his house.
Yes.
That's definitely the vibe I got. It was like amateur porno being filmed at someone's apartment, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is the production quality I expected from magician porn for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to.
You gotta look.
I gotta get into it, I suppose.
I really sold it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. The holidays, special time of year.
Yeah.
Also can be kind of a fucking shitty time of year.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird vibe. Like, you're supposed to be joyous, you know? We're supposed to be having this amazing time. There's a lot of pressure involved in Christmas.
Oh, absolutely. There's a huge amount of pressure, especially if you're a mom or dad and you got kids around. Like, you want to make it special. I think you look back with nostalgia on the Christmases you had as a kid, and you're like, I want to do that to the next level for my kids, right?
I'm building core memories.
Yeah. And yeah, it comes with a ton of pressure. And then, obviously gathering with family and all the events like Christmas parties and stuff, whether it's work or friends or whatever, like it just becomes a very full schedule. Like, I feel like I have not had a free second in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I always get on the other end of Christmas break. It's funny how much I look forward to it, not only for the opportunity to have, like you said, quality family time, build memories. I'm just always it's the next big thing. You kind of work all December knowing that I get this time off, and I'm so excited. And then I have Christmas, and it's like a couple things always happen. I always get like sick immediately. Then you get run down because you have so many plans with so many people. And then by the end of it, you're completely fucking rinsed. I don't know how many times I've gone back to work after the 2 weeks and been like, I feel like shit.
I'm like more tired than when
This is the
before
worst.
the break started.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not doing that this year. That's not the plan.
You're going to well, yeah, you guys are taking it a little more easy, like just doing a small family, like you guys are getting out of town just as your core family.
Well, yeah, and my dad made it a little bit easier for us this year.
So we're kind of doing the anti-Hallmark, and your dad has not had a very Merry Christmas season, has he?
No, my dad had a heart attack.
Yeah,
he had a heart attack, and it was a real like eye opener. Not only the conditions surrounding the heart attack, but just like how slow everything moves in the medical system right now.
Yeah,
like Alberta Health Services is like, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
And we've had that talk on this show, and it's no surprise. It's no secret.
Yeah, we won't beat that dead horse any further, but because he originally went in before I even went to Mexico. So he was laid up before anything even happened, like in terms of progressing this surgery forward. He was laid up for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think in the end I'd have to look at a calendar, but he was in the hospital for a month.
Yeah.
And he's like of that generation, like such a stubborn guy, like until it got to the point where they had the angiogram and they were like, you have had a heart attack and you need surgery. You need open heart surgery. He was still in the hospital being like, I should have never come.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
He was telling us that he's pretty sure he just rolled a rib. So the whole thing, they're at Safeway and they're actually on their way to go to the gym. My parents are both like they're in their 60s, but they're very young 60-year-olds, right? They stay active. They're always doing shit. And like the week before, which is kind of crazy, it's kind of by the grace, I was like in the bush with my dad. We shot a couple bucks.
Nice.
We're like field dressing them. We're dragging them. It's a huge amount of work. You got to load them in the truck, get them home, hang them, butcher them. We drank a bottle of rum. We're just like, we're living our best lives. And then like the next day, the Saturday, he got up and went to my brother's house and like did drywall and like repaired a bunch of stuff because my brother broke his fucking knee.
Yeah.
So he's laid up. So my dad's being like a super dad. He's there Saturday. He's there Sunday. Monday we got together again, did some more butchering, take the heads off these things, go submit them for chronic wasting disease. Like we're just like, go, go, go. And I had a thought. I was actually texting with my brother and I was like, we got to like take it easy on dad.
like we overworking dad.
Yeah, I think we're working dad too hard. Like he's a mule. I'm like, I think we gotta take him to the trough and let him chill out a bit. But we had actually said, we gotta maybe I'll say I can't go hunting, and maybe you tell him don't come back and finish the sanding on the drywall. Like just take a day. And then on Tuesday, he's at Safeway. He's on his way to the gym, and he's just like in the aisle, and he gets pain in his jaw. And he gets tightness in his chest. And so they're kind of near the pharmacy. And my mom goes to the pharmacist because she's worried. And she's like, my husband's saying that he's
course he wouldn't if she wasn't there.
He was already like, oh, I think I got a rib out, like he was saying like, I think I just need to go stretch. That's the little stretch will solve
I need to
this.
stretch off this heart attack.
And stretch off this heart attack. And so they go to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist says, well, there's the blood pressure cuff right there, the self-serve. Go take a look, see what it is. He goes, sits down, and it's sky high. It's like 220 over a buck and change, whatever it was. And the pharmacist is like, you need to go to urgent care right now. So he goes to urgent care. They take it very seriously. As soon as you walk in and say, it's my heart, it's my chest, they skip all the crying babies. They skip everybody with like gas.
Yeah,
and
my nose is runny.
Yeah, so they get you in. And his levels were kind of like indicative of a heart attack. But they were confused because he didn't have like a massive heart attack.
Right.
They at that point they didn't even think it was that. They're like, oh yeah, we're looking at your levels. The potential's there, but it doesn't quite seem like that. It's kind of confusing. So you know what we're gonna have to do? We're not gonna take any chances. We're gonna admit you. And so he's there pretty much all night. They transfer him to Rocky View, and Rocky View is a garbage dump. It is a steaming pile. It's like one of the worst places I've ever had to hang out in. And he's there for 10 days, not waiting to get help. He's waiting to get the test to see if he needs help.
Yeah. So
he had a 10-day layover just to get an angiogram. So he gets the angiogram, comes back, and they're like, your shit's fucked up. Your heart's 70% blocked in 3 of the main arteries. Which I guess actually is the cutoff. People come in a lot worse off.
Yeah.
But that is the threshold to be met in order to require bypass surgery. He also had something called ectasia, where in between the blocks in his arteries, the artery itself is just really beat up. It's just kind of like Rocky Balboa. It's seen some shit.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of different reasons that this could be happening, right? It could be like your plaque buildup, your cholesterol. But my dad's actually, for all intents and purposes, a very healthy guy. It ended up being this condition where he had like lesions on the inside of his arteries that are growing. So anyway, they tell him, they're like, you're getting bypass, you're getting open heart surgery. And that was like, it was heavy.
Yeah.
Because he is thinking he just should have stretched more. He was still planning on going to the fucking gym, like at Safeway. Like if it wasn't for the blood pressure cuff and the pharmacist being like, I would check that out. Well, yeah, I would check that out. He's like, I'm just gonna do the light weights today. I'm just gonna do some yoga. But yeah, so they tell him he's got to have this operation, and then everything got very real because it's not something we've had happen in our family, and I know that it's common. I think. And I read about this, right? And we all read about it. We all looked it up. Like people get bypass surgeries all the time.
Yeah.
And it really is like a new lease on life, because here you are with this like very important organ that's not getting the oxygen it needs
to 100%.
Yeah. And then they go in and they fix it, and then you recover, and then you do have what you need, and life is vastly improved. He's going to see a marked improvement in the quality of his life and his physical ability. But like leading up to it, you're just sitting there in like this garbage dump hospital. He's like rooming with a guy really close. The guy next to him is a convict that's under like 24-hour surveillance, and he's just waiting for them to crack his sternum, open him up, and it's hardcore. Like
it's a major surgery. Like they've gotten very good at it.
Yeah,
but it's still a huge surgery.
Yeah, they're batting pretty close to 1,000. and they made sure to tell him that. They're like, look, man, when we go in there, like we're SEAL Team 6. Like these are surgeons. You're going to be up at the foothills. The foothills, at least in Western Canada, is like the place for cardiac surgery. Like people come from all over the country here to get this done. So you're in good hands. But he just has to sit there knowing that, they're gonna take his heart out of his chest and put him under.
Yeah.
And so it was really tough. It was really tough on him being in there, knowing that he had to go and have this surgery. The recovery is crazy, obviously, because they go through, they do that, and like it's very invasive. They take arteries from your legs. You're fully intubated. He's like on a machine, inflating his lungs. Like I said, they pull the fucking heart out of your body.
Yeah.
And he's just got to wait for that to happen. And so it was all of this to say the Christmas season, the joyous occasion, our family was just totally rinsed.
Yeah, like
like no one.
Your mom was going in every day.
Yeah. Honestly, in a weird way, I felt like it was a lot harder on my mom. And I would say that. I mean, Dad might listen to this podcast. Obviously, it was the most hard on him. But like, they're so codependent. They do everything together. They are. And I don't know. I don't want to use codependent with like a negative connotation. I know sometimes it has that, but they're inseparable.
Right.
They get up together. They go to the gym together. They go to the store together. They have dinner together. Then they go out together. They go to Mexico for months, just the two of them. And that was a really big stress because they look forward to that every single year.
Right, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, not only are you not going to Mexico this year,
Like
you're going to lose all
gonna
that
be
deposit.
recovering.
Yeah, you're going to be in fucking Okotoks, not vacationing, and you're going to be fucking laid up. So it was like a big shock to the system and an immediate like change to their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So she was really out of sorts.
Yeah, so like huge anti-Hallmark.
Anti-Hallmark.
Like they were like looking forward to their Mexican vacation. Now it's like, actually,
Yeah.
you potentially could have died.
Yeah.
Just recently, and now you don't get to go to Mexico. You get to stay in fucking cold Okotoks and recover from this major surgery.
Yeah.
And good luck with all that. Like,
And,
Merry
and,
Christmas.
and all the kids are gone. Like we rented a
everybody
place
else
in
made
Crow's Nest
plans,
Pass.
assuming you're going to be gone. Yeah.
So they're literally going to get up on Christmas and be like, all right, well,
You know what's funny?
what do you want to watch on Netflix today?
Yeah, you're telling the story of like your dad being like, "Oh, I like hurt a rib. I need to stretch or whatever." That's such like a guy thing to do. So almost like, I don't want to say the exact same thing, but very similar kind of circumstances when my grandpa had his heart attack. He woke up with like severe back pain. And if anybody's like listening to this, maybe we can save some people from like having undiagnosed heart attacks. Like if you have like weird, unexplained jaw pain, chest pain, back pain, that kind of stuff, like everybody's like, oh, classic heart attack, like your left arm hurts and you can't breathe, and like, right? Like you think of what you see in movies, and sometimes the symptoms are far more subtle than that. But anyway, my grandpa woke up with this like weird, unexplained back pain. And of course, like older guy, he had a fucking water bed, right? Like they don't make those anymore. So he's like, oh, there's like not enough water, too much water. I can't remember what he thought.
It's a water issue.
Yeah, he's like, there's an issue with the water in the bed. So I think he thought there wasn't enough water and it had become too soft. So he like filled it up. And then like a couple days, like it's just not improving at all. And there was like no real reason why he should be like have a sore back. So my grandma, like very much like your mom, was like, hey, like maybe we should ask somebody.
Yeah, let's go.
And so they took him in.
Someone
and
who's
they-
not us.
Yeah, they took him
We're
in and they
we're
were
a
like,
bad judge, right?
and they were like, yeah, you had a pretty major heart attack, and like we need to do bypass surgery on you. And that was like it very similar kind of circumstances to what your dad experienced. Just like, thank God there's wives to like step in and be like the voice of reason.
Yep.
Or else we that's why our life expectancy is lower than women, I think.
Dude, I think it's actually probably there. If you hear the jingle, they stand to be corrected. But I think that there's probably a disproportionate number of males that end up suffering major cardiac episodes as a result of their stubbornness.
Yeah, and probably because they missed 2 or 3 cardiac episodes prior to that.
Yeah, something like that. Like my grandfather, Murray's dad, he died. He passed away from a heart attack. Same thing, very, very healthy guy. But talking about being stubborn, he I hate to laugh at this, but it's kind of rad. It's kind of like, if you got to go, this is a pretty sick way to go. He had this little Jack Russell Terrier. He'd always take it for walks in the canyon, and there was this section, this creek section that he couldn't cross, and it drove him nuts. It really frustrated him, you know. And he's like, he'd probably written letters, he'd probably called people. He wanted a bridge put in. He wanted a way to cross this creek so he could get to the space that he wanted to take and walk his dog, and it just wasn't happening. And so he's like very elderly, and what he did was he like brought down a bunch of wood, brought down a ladder, and he was like in the creek building a bridge so that he could get his dog where he wanted to take his dog. And that's when it happened. And, you know, and it was like very sad, but it was also like, fuck yeah, man. Like he's just so stubborn. He's just so pissed off at the world. Like, oh, fine. I'll fucking do it. You know, like
I'll build this bridge if it kills me.
I'll build this fucking bridge if it kills me. And it did. But the whole, like, you know, the anti-Hallmark, the like, you know, facing reality. And my dad, he's like one of the toughest guys I know. And I think a lot of like boys would say that about their dads. That's a trope, you know, like my dad's the strongest, but like my dad's a pretty hardcore dude. You know, he's been on the show. He's lived a very crazy life.
Shit,
yeah, and he's a very smart man.
My kids will not say that about me.
Yeah, well, no, we're
I remember when anything had to get fixed, Dad had to watch YouTube for an hour just to like learn how to like charge a drill.
Yeah, that stopped in like 84. Like anyone born after, they didn't pass it on. Okay, we're the soft man making hard times. We're definitely in that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, but no, I had said to him, you know, like while he's in the hospital, I was like, if anyone can handle this, if anyone's gonna bounce back, like it's you, man. And he obviously, not feeling great, was like, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to hear.
I don't want your pep talk.
I don't want your pep talk. I don't want, if someone else tells me how resilient I am, like I'm gonna fucking punch him. Honestly. Because like you're not sitting here about to have your chest ripped open. You're not sitting here wondering if you're gonna wake up. Like I'm literally wrestling with my mortality.
Yeah.
And it's very heavy. And I'm here by myself in this room, in the worst hospital. And I'm like having to come to terms with it. You know, so all the way up until he actually went in for his operation, like it was tough times. It was dark times. It was really hard on him, and it was really hard on the whole family, and everyone was just kind of, it's on your mind. And then he goes in, scheduled for just this last Monday. It was at 1:00, and it's supposed to take like 2 hours, 3 hours. So we're all waiting on pins and needles, right? Like mom's gonna let us know when he's done. And I'm already laughing about this. This is why I'm telling this. So, Mom, I apologize in advance. But like, you know, so 4:00 comes. I'm like, okay, you should probably be done.
Yeah, like this is the end of that 2 to 3 hour window.
Yeah. So I text my mom, like, hey, how you doing? You know, keeping it upbeat. You know, like, any word? She's like, no, not yet. I'm sure it's any minute. I'm like, okay, awesome. You know, Megan's at work. It's just me and the kids. They're being terrible. 5:00 comes. Nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess they got to do a bit of extra work, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, quick aside, I was trying to like lighten the mood with him, like before his surgery. And I didn't really know what to say because I knew he was having this hard time. And so the text I sent him was, I was like, hey, bud, you know, new lease on life starts tomorrow. I called your surgeon and I asked if while you were under, they could do penis enlargement as well. But they told me that they can't get tools that small on such short notice. So it looks like just the bypass and a tiny dick. And thinking, I'm like, I'm so funny.
Like, because that's how we handle everything.
Yeah, everything's a joke. Everything has to be funny, right? It's fucking crickets. Yeah, he eventually got back to me. He's like, my dick's fine, bud. You know? It made you.
And my heart's fixed, so it's going to work even better, you piece of shit.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I can't wait. Someone actually said that to me. I swear to God. I was talking to my buddy Bren, because I'll finish the story. So Shannon's going to relay that the surgery has gone well. It's 5:00. It's 6:00. Now it's fucking 7:00.
Okay, now we're getting concerned.
And I'm on Google, and I'm like, how long is this shit supposed to take? And AI generated response comes up, not this long. You know,
not even close to this long.
No, the most serious ones ever take this long. He should be done.
Yeah.
And even my wife, who's like, she's very mindful. She's in the medical profession, and she's like, never gonna say anything to me to like get me
like nervous,
worked up and nervous. But she's even at the point where she's like, I am very concerned.
Yeah.
This does not track. And I had this pit in my stomach, and I was
something
like,
horrible's happening.
Something horrible. I'm gonna get this call. Like, today's the day. Like, this is really intense. Or literally, I'm just My kids are watching Gabby's Dollhouse being monsters, and I'm honestly, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
It's really, really not a good feeling. And then I'm talking to my mom, and she's very much like, "Oh, I have a missed call." And I was like, and I'm like, "Excuse me, huh? Like your phone's on silent?" Like, and it was. She had so many people were texting to like reach out to her, and she was kind of like,
just
she
like,
had
silence
fatigue,
this,
so
yeah.
she's like, I don't want to talk to
I can
anyone.
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, very innocent. But yeah, she missed the call at like 4, and it was the surgeon being like,
Yeah, you can
everything
come see
went
him.
swimmingly. Yeah, he's doing great. Like it's all good. So we're all sitting around.
Everybody's thinking the absolute worst.
Everyone thinking the worst possible. It's like a 95% success rate, and like we're the 5%. We're the 5%. He was right. He was right to be worried. This is so fucking horrible. I told him he had a small dick. That's the last thing I said to my dad. This fucking like this is crazy, man. And then it was like my mom just like, oh, I got a voicemail. Oh, it's the surgeon. Oh, he's fine. He's been out for hours. And I was like, and you know. My mom's been through so much, and she's had such a hard time that I had to be like, it's okay, Mom.
Things happen.
Things happen. People miss those calls. People miss what is probably the most important phone call you've had in the last 20 years. That's fine. I love you. I hit her with that. I hit her with the like, I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you later. And then like proceeded to hang up the phone and just like scream the F word as loud as I could, just into the ethos. Just like, I can't believe that's how that played out.
Your mom almost caused multiple other heart attacks
Oh
in the family.
my God.
Yeah.
And so that was Monday. He was supposed to be in ICU for 2 full days. He was out of ICU 16 hours later. He's supposed to not really be able to use his arms, move around, because it's such an invasive surgery.
Yeah.
The dude's like standing up, wheeling his cart. When I went to see him on Tuesday, he was like smacking a black coffee. Honest, unbelievable. And I guess the rub of it is, I was right. He
is super resilient.
He is super resilient. He is in incredible shape for his age, and he's just making this like miraculous recovery. He's not even supposed to be like today. Today was the day that theoretically he would have been greenlit to come home. He's been home since Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, and
So maybe like a little bit of a Hallmark ending to a not Hallmark story.
yeah, it does come around. I think that's probably where we'll get to in the podcast, that the holidays do rule. But it was a very taxing time, and he's doing really, really good, like as good as you possibly could do. And now the outlook, the dust is settled. He's coming back out of it. He's feeling like fuck yeah. He said to me, he's like, I'm alive.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. I woke up and I was like, I woke up. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're at his house the other day. He stayed up till 10 o'clock visiting with us, opening presents with the kids. And I was like, this is crazy. This is awesome. You did it, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but it's got me like, now I've had those thoughts. Now I've had that experience. And I'm like,
we are young enough where it is like, well, and unfortunately, we've had experiences, with friends or acquaintances or whatever, where they have lost their parents. But like we are young enough that, we are just starting to realize the mortality of our parents a little bit. And that's a fucking bummer to bring up on a Christmas podcast. But like you kind of saw that.
Yeah. And I have to be honest. And I was having a conversation with our good friend yesterday, and it's got me thinking about myself. We're just about 2 years removed from the combine. And coming out of that, we both
got fat again.
Well, I can't speak for you. You actually look really good.
Thanks.
You're keeping up.
That's only been the last 4 months. It's funny. I got, after the combine, I kept it up for like a little bit, but then I got probably the fattest I've ever been.
Yes.
And then the last few months I've been like, I gotta like fucking figure this out. And part of it is, I'll share some medical stuff on this podcast. Part of it was, I was like, I shouldn't be feeling like this as a 35-year-old man. Like I shouldn't be feeling so shitty all the time. And I got my hormones tested, and they were like, your testosterone is low. Like you're
legally a woman. Yes.
Yeah. They're like, you could lose your balls and dick at any moment.
Yeah. They will just fall off.
But it wasn't like it's insanely low. They were like, you're in normal range, but you're on the very low end of normal. And so maybe we can supplement it with like the smallest possible dose of testosterone. And that's what I've been doing. And it's like life-changing. It's crazy. The amount of energy you have, it's, I've always like dealt with like ADHD and stuff. But like, I feel like this has been more effective than actual ADHD drugs, because it just like it brings back this energy. And then when I hit the gym, I feel better. I recover faster. I'm doing steroids. Yes.
I was like, you're Duke Nukem. You're fucking munching steroids.
But it's made a huge like I've lost like in the last 4 or 5 months since I started this, I've lost like a good 25 pounds.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I came out of the combine. I was in good shape. Ran a half marathon really slowly. I mean that's fair to say. I was definitely not setting records, but like that was the level of my physicality. Anyone who's 220 pounds,
I could never run a half marathon.
Yeah, once you're in the Clydesdale division, anytime you're running that, anytime you're running that far, it's a feat. I don't care what they say. I don't care the speed.
It is crazy.
And then I got really into weightlifting, and I was making these like massive gains, and like hitting numbers I've never hit before in my life. And that's really addicting. And I made it almost the entire year, not missing a workout, and hit all these milestones. And when you're lifting weights like that, and the way that I was lifting, you get big.
Yeah.
And then I hurt myself. And like to the point where I went from this like massive achievement at the gym to actually not even being able to do a bench press. And I just put on all this good size. And then back to the anti-Hallmark. The year starts, my school year starts, and it's not been a good year. We've had a lot of trials and tribulations. There's been a lot of like upheaval at my school, a lot of tough things going on in the building, and then we were on strike. And we talked a lot about me being on strike, but just as an individual,
it
not
fucks
to revisit
with your schedule and your routine.
And I'm a man who needs structure, and I'm a man who needs routine. I cannot be left to my own devices. I'm just too problematic. And then you're broke, and that like I missed $8,000, and I'm not in a position to just not have
$8,000
my check, right? So I go from this place of like working out, doing really well, to not working out at all, to not having a job at all, to not having any money at all. And I just kind of like folded. And I've done the opposite. My last 4 months have been like some of the most gluttonous and like self abuse in terms of Cheetos and rye and stuff like that. And then all this stuff happened with my dad. And that was the conversation I had with Buddy yesterday. I was like, I think this matters. Like, I think 35, 36 is a fair age to kind of look at yourself and be like, oh, I might be
heading down a not great path.
Yeah, I might have a shovel in my hands. I might be fucking, adding a couple scoops to the old hole here. So,
well, and we talked about it during the combine.
Yeah,
about how hard we both worked, and we did both achieve quite a bit. I think during that, how hard we had to do to achieve that, or work to achieve that. When we used to be athletes in high school and college and stuff like that, and it used to come very easy to us. And I think wrongfully we assume that at 34, 35, we'll just work out like we did when we were 18, 19, and it'll be that easy. And it was not.
No.
And so like, you start going down this path and you let it keep going. And it's like, it's going to be that much harder to bring it back when you're 40 or 45 or 50.
Yeah.
And then eventually, when is it so far gone that it's just like, well, this is no, I don't want to say hope is all lost, but it's like you keep going down that path. It's like, well, this is going to be almost impossible to pull it back.
And the hidden side of things is like, I might be doing damage currently.
Yeah.
That down the road, when I find out that my heart's blocked, it was like, well, yeah, no, you made your fucking bed, which is my expression I've been using a lot this weekend, and now it's time to sleep in it. So when my dad went through all this, like very selfishly, I was like, I need to fucking do something major, and I think the resolution thing is played out, but like January's coming, and we have that other week on the side of holidays where normally I am just continuing to be a bag of shit and fishing and doing as much as I can and meeting up with people and having parties and whatever it is. And then I go to work and I feel awful and I'm like, wow, I squandered that whole time. And like, this is the year. It's like, no, like we are going to do New Year's and I am going to hit the first. And it's like, we're doing full dry January, at least. I'm thinking about taking it all the way to our boys' fish trip. We're going to go to bed. We're going to eat like things that grow in the ground. And like, it's like high time. And I'm very motivated. Like right now, because it's also one of those things where like, well, I'm going to do it, and I've set the date, so now I'm going to.
And you've said it on the podcast now, so people are going to be like,
I mean it. I really mean it. I think I'm going to go like as hard as I can ever go, because I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family, and I want to be in a position where I'm not like, what an idiot. What a fucking moron, like I fucking did all that. I knew it. I talked about it. I said it on the podcast, and then I just like kept living that life. But like, my shoulders are so bad. Like when I go to sleep right now, I sleep like on my back, face up to the sky. And if I, at any point in the night, roll onto the side, I wake up because I'm in like,
your shoulders hurt.
My shoulders hurt so bad, and I'm a fat fuck. And right, like all this shit. And I'm like, hey, no, like I have some agency. I have a lot of agency. I'm my own.
You are, and that's, I guess, okay. There's the positive Hallmark outcome.
There's the turnaround.
That we have realized that we are in control of this.
Yeah.
And it is still fixable when you're 35. It's fixable at any age. It just becomes harder and harder. It's funny you mentioned dry January, and I've changed my tune on that. So for the longest time, I thought that's fucking stupid. Anybody that does that is stupid.
Well,
but here's the thing: is I also don't drink much.
I was gonna say you took the words out of my mouth.
For me to be like, oh, I'm gonna do dry January, I'm like, oh, what? I'm gonna drink 8 less beer this year? Like that's not a big thing. But I know you like your beer more than I do.
Well, I do, and
and so I've changed my tune.
Yeah.
I understand that I was looking at it through my lens, and it's like, well, that would mean nothing. And I always looked at people, and I'm like, what is that going to possibly accomplish unless you were like a degenerate alcoholic, which you are not. But I understand now that
thank you for saying that.
But I didn't want you to think that I was like attacking you and being no, you've got a problem.
No, I'm being open and honest.
But like I understand now that I'm like on the lower end of the like drinking spectrum. Like if you were to look at average drinks per week, and you always see that number, and people are like, oh, who only has 2 drinks per week? And I'm like, me, and that might be on the high side of it.
I might see Dex inebriated annually. Like it's about a once a year thing.
Yeah.
So the affect for you is not the same.
It's not going to make a difference.
You're like casual beer after a show is not like ruining your life, right?
No.
And I would also say, just for the listeners, just for the sake of putting it out there, I feel like over the years, I have struggled a bit with my indulgences. Right now, I'm actually in a pretty healthy place with it. It's not causing me problems. The problem that I'm having is that like I'm crazy out of shape. Like I've just like got to a place where life became like pretty hard this year, and I didn't respond the way that you probably should respond, and I've just like I said, dug a hole, made myself.
That's easier said than done, though.
It's
way easier to be like,
and it's easier in hindsight. Like at least now I can look, be like, oh, this is what I was doing.
Yeah,
I was self-destruct. I was imploding.
But like that's so yeah. Oh, I was off for a month, and I had work stresses, financial stresses. I still have all my normal life and family stresses, as large or minor as they may be. Those are still there. And it's so easy to be like, well, I should have just fucking bucked up and gone to the gym every day with all that free time. And it's like, yeah, you should have. But that's so easy to just say with your mouth. Like,
yes,
it's so easy to just. I think about that all the time. Like when I like to do a period in the summer where I do like a staycation, and I go into that week, and sometimes we'll tack it on with maybe taking the kids somewhere or something. But I go into that week, and the kids are still going to do their camps and do their day home or whatever. And I think I'm going to get so much accomplished that's for me. I'm going to go to the gym every morning. I'm going to sit down and like do some things, whether that's, writing comedy, or we're going to get together and do a podcast, whatever, or go golfing. I'm going to do things for me, but it meant to better my day, my week, my life. And then I end up being like, it's noon and I'm still not showered or dressed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then it's like, well, and then you throw your hands up. You're like, well, it's noon. Like, what the fuck am I going to accomplish? And it's like, well, realistically, you actually still have a lot of the day. But in your mind, you're like, well, I've already wasted the morning. The whole day's shot.
It's already gone.
And then before you know it, the whole week that you had planned is completely shot, and you accomplished nothing that you wanted to do.
I think that's the thing too. Like I've had a lot of stuff on the back burner, and I've had time to do it, and the motivation's not there. Like I've got like 4 unbuilt ukuleles in my fucking upstairs because I was going to build all the kids ukuleles for Christmas. Well, that's in 5 days. right? I've been working on an art project for my brother, a fish, for 2 years, and it's just like in my house. And he's been very kind and been like, "Where is that thing you said you were making me?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's here, and it's like it's in progress."
Yeah, you can't rush art.
You can't rush art. I'm an artiste. So yeah, that's my big reveal is I am going to get through this immediate holiday season, this first week, continuing to live the life of luxury. And then I feel like I'm going to really make a big go at it, big new man in it. And we'll see. We'll follow up as we always do.
Are we going to do another combine?
I feel like we should.
Yeah.
And
maybe not to be determined on the episode today, but we will.
Yeah, we don't have to
figure
unpack
something
that,
out.
but it's always good to have, and we talked about that with Kelsey, and she said, actually, her voice is ringing in my ears. She's like, you can't just pick these moments in time,
Yeah.
where you want to become healthy, and then it ends because then you just fall back into your ways, And I think even then we're like, well, we won't.
and then we totally fucking did.
And then he totally, absolutely.
I
did.
saw her at the gym yesterday.
But I do need that. I need that point in time to at least get me started.
Yeah.
I need something to look forward to. So combine would be great.
Yeah. Maybe we should make it like an annual thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll discuss that off air. But I did see Kelsey at the gym yesterday. I was walking by her and I was like, "See, I do come here sometimes."
She pulls out a notepad.
Well, I was just like, because she had been messaging me because every company now is doing the Spotify Wrapped type thing, and Good Life did a Good Life Wrapped. And if you're going to Good Life, my brother sent me his, and it's like, you checked in 289 times this year.
What?
And that was my brother.
Clint
Yeah.
went to the gym 289 times in a year?
Yeah. So like you checked in 289 times this year. And also the year's not quite done yet. There's still a couple weeks left, right? And so I was like, wow. And then I was like, I didn't even like scroll down on mine. And then I went back to it and I did, and I was like, so scared, like slowly scrolling down, like about to review. And it was like, you checked in 84 times, and I was like,
that's okay.
I mean, it could be way better.
I mean, as a fraction, it's not good.
No,
but it could be a lot worse. It
and
could be zero.
I was like, they probably shouldn't have sent that to me because I was like borderline demotivational. I didn't look at that and be like, I'm gonna do better next year. I was like, wow, I am a fucking lazy fat piece of shit.
At least you like are going to a locale and like exercising and recording that. When I go to work, my office, my room is a gym. Like, and I'm still not working out. Like, my basement is a gym. I'm surrounded by the opportunity to exercise.
You know what's funny? Speaking of your brother and his recovery, he was talking to because he works with my wife, and she was his Uber last week.
Okay. Yeah.
Or not last week, the week prior. They're training a new staff member. Anyway, he was talking about how he wants to buy a stationary bike for his recovery just to get some motion in. And she's like, please do not buy one. We have one that sits in our basement, and you and I are looking at it right now.
Yeah.
She's like, it goes unused. And I was like, whoa, wait, I used it. And I had to go back more than 6 months to the last time that I used it.
That was another Dexandrism because you bought the C6 and you did all the research. And I
used the fuck out of it
and I bought one, and there was it was short.
Was pandemic though.
Yeah,
you couldn't do anything else.
And we message each other like how far we rode.
Yeah.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
Ours at least.
You need an accountability buddy, but the problem is you should have an
accountability buddy. I like that.
You should have an accountability buddy who is actually going to hold you accountable. Because I feel like we don't do that for each other. We text stats to each other, and we're like thumbs up
and memes.
But like there's no like there's no proactive contact there. There's no like, hey Dex, you hitting the gym today? Because I'm going. And it's like, yeah, it's just like it's like an after game report. It's like reading the stats sheet after the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you going? Have we touched base before? Do we ever go together? Yeah.
I've never worked out with you.
No.
Other than at the combine.
And yeah, I look forward to that. But I have the same bike, and we have like a communal living situation, and so everyone in the family does use the bike. It actually is still a hit, and it's a great little thing. When I do get on it, I always feel great. I'll put a fishing video on. I'll ride for 40 minutes and I'll be like, oh, I feel awesome.
I love using my bike because I'll fire on YouTube or something right here.
Yeah.
Or play games or something. And it's like, why don't I do that more? Mm-hmm. And then it's just like the concept of getting 2 floors down from my room to my basement is like this insurmountable mental task. But once you're on it and you've done it, you're like, that went by so fast. I got to watch like a favorite episode or a YouTube video or whatever. Yeah. And it was like not a big deal at all.
Got 2 birds stoned at once.
Yeah.
Mine's like, I'm like looking at the weights. I'm like, if only I could have time to like, and I love weightlifting. I really do. Every time, obviously there was a barrier physically this year. But every time same thing, go and do an exercise, do lift weights, and I finish, I'm like, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel awesome. Thank God I did that. But the like getting to that point, and it's amazing that like I had that stretch where I probably wasn't 289 times, but there wasn't a week in a year that I had less than 3 or 4 every single week, which was that was a massive accomplishment. And I'd wondered before that, like what would be my body's response to being that regimented, and it was like I got really strong. Yeah. And I got really big, and I was
the
like,
expected outcomes.
Like fucking crazy, wild. So, get back on it, Joe. You can't have the C6 by your own.
And I think my wife's already offered it out. She's like, just get that out of my basement.
Well, I like it. They're nice.
They are nice, and maybe I will use it, and then I'll be like, sorry, Joe, you can't have it.
I'm a bit of a hoarder in that regard, like stuff that I'll like never. Oh, dude.
Oh, me too. We are the worst accountability buddies because I am also a hoarder.
I was trying to find it was PJ Day at work the other day, and I was trying to find a very specific toque, and so I was going through boxes of clothes at my house trying to find this fucking toque, whatever. And like I've kept like all these band T-shirts from when we were kids, and they're like medium, and I just like have piles of them. And Megan's like, "What are these? Like, are you gonna give them to someone?" And I'm always like, "Well, I'll fit them. I'll wear them one day." But like I covet these things. The bike is one of them. It's like it's mine. I like it. I don't want to give it up.
I think I did get past the point of keeping those band T-shirts from when I was younger because they were all mediums. And I've definitely come to the conclusion that like even if I do get in crazy good shape, I don't think I'm ever reaching a point where I'm ever fitting into a medium again. I think
unless you get cast in Wicked 3 and you get on like Ariana Grande's workout plan, like we're not wearing those shirts anymore.
I don't know if that's a workout plan. That's a eating disorder. That's speaking of cheerful holiday. She looks like a fucking disgusting skeleton.
Hey,
so
no
gross.
Body shaming. No body shaming.
There's nothing. No, it's actually like alarming. Like she's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like I don't know what to say. I honestly,
those are some of my favorite.
I would prefer fat to that.
Oh yeah. I'm sexier than Ariana Grande by a mile.
You are.
Thank you. I love those reels of like her. I don't even know the other girl's name. She's the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just like so like.
So sickly thin.
Yeah,
and actually, like there's a psychological phenomenon where actually they say that eating disorders are contagious, and so somebody on that set, I don't want to blame either one of them. Somebody on that set potentially had an eating disorder, and if you are prone to that type of like peer pressure, it doesn't even have to be them like calling you out on it. You just see that and you start to mimic that behavior. And so they do say eating disorders can be contagious.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just, again, and the reels of like, they're in an interview and the helicopter flies over and she starts crying. It's like triggering. And I was like, were you in fucking Nam? Like, what are, like, our society is so fucked up. We idolize these people. We put these people on a pedestal, and like they're mutants. They suck. They're the worst types of.
They're so like.
If this was someone you worked with, if this was a fucking colleague, and you're like having a conversation, helicopter flies over, and they just like their 15-inch nails go over their face, and they start fucking crying. You're like, well, this isn't normal. This is not okay.
You need to get into the employee assistance program.
Yeah,
and like seek out therapy and like.
And they're like, no, it's a celebrated actress.
I'm a thespian.
Yeah. Fuck that. And fuck those movies. They suck. I hate
Although
'em.
my brother-in-law, shout out Matt, to get back on the holiday theme, sent me.
Oh yeah, we got hateful there.
Yeah.
See, there's the anti-Hallmark.
There's the anti-Hallmark.
I don't like musicals.
Fucking skinny bitches.
Yeah.
There's Ariana Grande. I think was she on Saturday Night Live last night? I think so. Anyway,
I believe she's coming up because it's Bo and Yang's last episode. This
okay.
I don't know. Maybe it was yesterday.
I just saw this clip. I don't watch SNL live. Like I'll catch up on some episodes later, but I don't watch it on Saturday nights. There's this clip that's going viral, and she's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. But it's actually, I was snort laughing in bed watching this. It's like the family comes home after like all the hijinks and stuff, and it's but a bunch of traps are still set up, and she ends up like murdering her entire family. Like it's just like, it's like, oh no, don't grab that, and then the paint can swims by, and he's like, ha, missed me, and then it like hits a switch and drops like these like huge fan blades from the roof and slices like everybody dies and everybody's screaming but it's so, oh god, go watch that clip. It's going viral today, but it's so funny. And so I was like, man, she is funny, like yeah, but she also sucks.
I snort laugh just at Home Alone. We've been watching it at school, and like it's the perfect timepiece. I don't know if you've seen the series on Netflix, The Movies That Made Us, and
No.
like it has like Home Alone itself, the original, has like such an incredible story of its production, and like there's so many things when I watch now that I didn't know before watching this Movies That Made Us episode, and then also just, like I said, the time capsule. Some of the lines in that movie are just so fucking funny. Like we're watching it the other day, and it's when Kevin is going through his brother's like tickle trunk.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, he's finding firecrackers and he's finding BBs and stuff. And he finds a picture of Buzz's girlfriend. And the line is, he picks it up, and it's a real human. You know, it's not AI. They like took a picture of this kid. It's this fat little girl, and he just looks at the picture and he goes, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. I was like, this fucking movie rules. But yeah, that whole movie, if you haven't watched that series, the Movies That Made Us, like the entire set, all those rooms, they're inside a high school gymnasium.
Oh,
Yeah, and so none of the movie is filmed in that house. All the exterior shots are a home, and then all the interior shots are all a set. And so when you watch the movie, you'll notice that the blinds are closed in every scene.
right.
And you never get a wide angle shot of a room because they're all open. And then every scene of the house, you never see inside the house. And it's filmed in 2 separate locations, and they marry them. Super interesting. My favorite reel or meme from Home Alone is the Family Guy competent robbers. meme.
Yeah. Obviously, be careful with that. That looks like it's very hot.
Hey, look, there's ice. Oh, I guess I just won't go down there. Yeah, the doorknob was really warm, so I just stopped holding it. And then the kid runs out. He's like, just so you know, I have a tarantula, and they fucking shoot him. I guess there's no witnesses. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, like that movie does require like the lowest common denominator robbers to like be successful.
The Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci. So back on Christmas, you know, Christmas, there's a lot of pressure for it to be joyous, and sometimes life gets in the way of that. But it is a good time. It's time to take pause, make plans for your New Year's resolution, and spend time with family, you know?
Yeah.
And from the Rad Dad family to your family, I hope you guys have a good one, right? What are you guys doing?
We're just hanging out here.
Yeah, you got the in-laws.
Got the in-laws. The outlaws, as I like to call them.
Get out of the basement. I'm making magic. We're making magic porn down there.
I gotta show my friend 10 minutes of magic tricks, and then hopefully a girl walks in.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, that's fine.
Yep.
I'll fuck him. Yeah, no, we're just hanging out here.
Is it Josh Allen? Fuck yeah.
And then gonna play a lot of golf on the sim. I think. Yeah.
Are you excited about the gifts you've got to give this year? Have you got some bangers?
I wouldn't say like a ton of bangers, and I'm not a great gift giver anyway, so that's like not a change from like previous holidays. But I do feel weirdly more organized than I have in the past. Like in the past, it's always been like,
It's the steroids.
yeah,
You're just
maybe.
crushing gifts.
Like everybody's just getting like,
I
this
wrapped
fucking
everything.
crumpled box. I've just actually turned into a caveman. I'm just like giving like sticks and like
Dragging your
hunks-
wife along
hunks
by
of
the
raw
hair.
meat. Yeah. But no, I feel like I'm weirdly a little more organized in terms of buying gifts, and so I don't feel like there's this like huge pressure to be going out like over the next couple days before Christmas and like battling the crowds to like get some last minute things.
Yeah.
I think I only need to get a few stocking stuffers, which is kind of nice. Also, like I focus on getting the kids stuff. Like I told Alicia, don't get me stuff. I'm sure she probably got me stuff. she told me the same. I did get her stuff, but it'll be seen if like if she went like all out. She tends to do that, embarrass me like that.
It's a competition.
I wouldn't say it's a competition, but like we've definitely had things in the past where it's like we're just gonna keep it low key for each other. We'll focus on the kids, focus on hosting. We always host because we're the only ones that have kids, so people come to us. And then like I'll be like, here's this nice. Like, it's like again SNL. It's like here's this nice robe. Have you seen that one where like they're going through and the whole family gets all these
all
gifts?
this sick shit.
Yeah,
and
then it always goes to
robe.
Kristen Wiig, and she's like, "And I got a robe," and then they're listing all their presents, and like,
Yeah,
and then
they're
she's
proud.
like, "And I really love my robe."
Oh,
That's
man.
like definitely I've done that, and then Alicia's been like, "Yeah, and I got you like all these cool things that you've wanted all year," but yeah, no, I think. I'm just excited. I like having some time off, and I like the way that Christmas is falling because I don't have like a break from work. Like I know a lot of people at my job will take time off around it because it tends to be a slow time of year. But I just got back from Mexico, so I was like,
Yeah, I had Mexican vacation.
yeah. So I was like, I'm literally working. I have appointments on Christmas Eve with clients, and then I'm back at it. But I do like that it's falling on the Thursday. You got the Friday off, got the weekend.
Yeah.
Go back for a couple days, and then you got the New Year, right? So it kind of doesn't feel like I'm missing time off because there's gonna be 4 days right there where you got time off. So yeah, looking forward to that and just chilling and gonna set up some type of like golf tournament with the brother-in-law and my brother's coming and yeah, have some golf.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about New Year's
Yeah.
about doing something similar with the couples. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I got like the gifts that we got for the kids are great, and we've been really mindful this year of trying to like stagger them. Like they had like at one point, I think it was last year, we did like they got their Christmas from us, their Christmas from one set of grandparents, and their Christmas from the other set of grandparents all on the same day.
It's a lot.
And it literally was like open a gift, chuck it over your shoulder.
Next one.
The final gift, we'd spent like hours building this fucking dollhouse. And it was this big reveal. They didn't give a shit. Like they were so maxed out.
They do get overwhelmed, and that's my
Yeah.
thing. Is I'm like when I talk to Alicia, and I know she's bought a bunch of stuff, but I was like, they get so overwhelmed, and then there's so much stuff. And then, do you guys do this? Like every year we like do a clean out in October. We're like, okay, things that you have not played with in the last like 8 months, let's go donate that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be getting 100 more presents, and 50% of them you will touch once or twice until we do the same rigmarole next year.
Megan is really good at that. She's been doing it all fall. Is just identifying the things that haven't got played with. There's no conversation with the kids. It just like it goes on Marketplace as either free or $5. I'm like going to work, and every morning there's a different fucking toy on the step.
Yeah.
And I come home and it's gone. Like she has cleared it all out. She's very good at that. So yeah, that's definitely happening, and I know they're gonna get a bunch of stuff that probably won't even keep their attention for the day. But it's such a fun thing to watch them open presents. Like I really fucking love it.
Yeah.
And it was so sick at my parents the other night. My dad's home. They got him these really nice gifts, and they like everything. Marin especially was like, I love all my gifts. Thank you so much. And it was the right amount of gifts. They played with everything. I was like, this is fucking awesome. We just
God.
got to stagger it a bit.
Speaking of, you just brought up Marin, and it just brought up my last memory of Marin, which was us going to the holiday train.
Oh, she was not happy.
Either was my child.
No.
So like we're talking about these like really nice like holiday experiences, and you're thinking like, oh, this beautiful like decorated train is gonna come through. The Bare Naked Ladies are gonna play a concert in Okotoks. Our beautiful little. I keep talking to Alicia. I'm like, we're so fortunate to live in Okotoks. It's such like a beautiful little Hallmark town.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's light up Okotoks, and downtown looks so like, and people can shit on council or whatever. I've lived in a bunch of different places where downtown fucking dies.
Yeah.
Okotoks has done an incredible job of like making downtown feel like it is still a small town. And we're really not a small town anymore. Technically, Okotoks could be a city. But like downtown feels like, you're just going back to Okotoks, and there's these nice shops and lights, and it feels like a Hallmark town. I'm very nostalgic about it, or that's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. And I do feel that too when I'm downtown.
And so
I love Okotoks.
The holiday train rolls in downtown. The community gathers. There's a concert. But it was also cold that day.
It was freezing.
And my youngest fucking didn't want to go in the first place. But I had it like I probably should just pulled shoot on the whole operation. I should just dropped Kennedy at your house and been like, tell me when you're back. But I was like, nope, we're fucking going. And so then just like created this like whole expectation. And I think it's because I built that up in my mind. I'm going to take these kids down for this special thing.
And then you get punished.
And then I got absolutely punished. Kaylee cried literally from the problem was she didn't have the snow pants she wanted to wear, like very 3-year-old type problem.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, well, no, you can wear these ones. The snow pants that you want to wear are the ones we leave at your day home, right? Like we leave separate snow pants there. They were the wrong color. Fuck me, I'm the worst dad in the world. Right?
Piece of shit.
And so I forced her into these snow pants. She's like screaming and crying the whole time. I throw her in the car. She's screaming and crying all the way to your house. We met you guys there. She's crying at your house. We walked down there. She's crying the whole way. It made me carry her for a large portion of that walk. And so my arms are burning. Get down there. She's crying the whole time. Marin wasn't having a good time. Definitely Kaylee's vibes were probably not helping with that either. But our other kids, Lindy and Kennedy, had a great time. They were playing in the snow. Like, no problem.
Yeah, law of averages. I have a different theory. I think Kaylee was just really excited to see the Bare Naked Ladies, you know, one of the most important bands in
And
Canadian
then she
history.
found out it was a band and not actual naked ladies.
Man, yeah, no. Yeah, she wanted to see some magic porn. But how terrible were the Bare Naked Ladies? Like, they're my wife's favorite band.
I was so shocked when I found that out the night before.
She was very excited,
Yeah.
and we were making jokes about like it's a corporate gig, you know. They're gonna play fucking Jingle Bells, and we get down there, and they opened with Jingle Bells, and not only did they play like a bunch of like hacky, stupid shit, they stopped the show midway to like shout out. And it's for charity. I'm not poo-pooing on charity, of course not. But it was a corporate gig. Like they had to bring out their
CP donated $5,000 to the Okotoks.
Yeah,
Food
let's
Bank.
get a round of applause. Blah, blah.
I'll have you know, I donated almost that much this year to the Okotoks Food Bank.
And Rad Dads have donated money.
Yeah.
And we're better than the Bare Naked Ladies.
We're better than CP Rail.
Yes.
Massive multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Like percentage-wise, yes. Yeah, we're crushing them. Yeah. But I also like as a Bare Naked Ladies fan, when they did play some of their own stuff, their own catalog, they played it terribly. They played it at 3/4 time, and they played it poorly. And I was like, this is awful. I'm freezing my dick off. One of my kids is like absolutely feral, hates it. And I'm down here listening to this garbage. Honestly, I was like, get this train out of here and make sure Bare Naked Ladies is in front of the train when it starts rolling. Because they're so fucking bad. If the Bare Naked Ladies are listening to the Rad Dad Redemption podcast, hang it up. You suck. You suck.
I won't go that far because I already had low expectations for them going in. I just thought the ambiance of the whole thing would be better. And again, I built classic like anti-Hallmark. I built this like beautiful downtown Okotoks Christmas experience up in my mind, and it ended up being like probably the worst thing I did all month.
Yeah,
it will be the worst thing I did all month.
It was a low.
I got home and I was just fucking mad, and I was just like, Kaylee was crying, and I was like, go fucking lay on the couch and like fucking. Just threw an iPad at her. I was like, I don't fucking care. Have 8 hours of screen time. Fucking
That'll fix it.
yeah. Like I was just so like
Yeah.
like goddamn kids don't appreciate anything. But like objectively, I basically just gave my children frostbite to listen to shitty music.
Yeah, you got punished. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, and they tried to throw shade on Ron Howard's "Grinch Who Stole Christmas."
They did?
Yeah, because they wrote a song for it.
Yeah,
Green
Green
Christmas.
Christmas.
And they were like, "Who here likes the original Grinch?" And people were like, "Yeah, you know." And then like, and who here likes that other version of the Grinch that Ron Howard made, where they paid Jim Carrey $20 million to dress up and be unrecognizable, and they didn't even play our song. And then people were like, also cheering. They're like, "No, that movie's great. Like, don't shit on the Grinch." You know,
Yeah.
like they kind of lost the crowd. Also,
So they're just butthurt that their song didn't.
they're just butthurt.
But it was
about
on the
song.
soundtrack. My mom had that soundtrack.
Yeah, you knew the song. You're like, "Oh, this is Green Christmas." My favorite Bare Naked Ladies song.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but I love the Ron Howard's "Grinch Who Stole Christmas" is like, for me, that's my Elf. That's one of the best movies
Do you like
ever
the
made.
new one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
It has merit. It has
I
merit.
really like it.
They Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Thought that
Soundtrack
was
is
cool.
great.
A phenomenal voice cast.
Yeah.
And a new take on the story. Like like they kind of got like the single mom of Cindy Lou Who, and like she's struggling to make Christmas happen, and they want to catch Santa to ask these questions. They kind of like told the same story, but revamped it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the animation's done well. I think it's a hit. I think it's a good movie. Yeah. And I think the original fucking sucks. I'm sorry. We tried to watch it. And I was like,
It doesn't age well.
It doesn't hold up.
No.
Yeah, it's very poor. So I didn't appreciate that. I thought Bare Naked Ladies' message about the Grinch was bad, and I thought their music was really, really bad. And I hate that. There's nothing I hate more than going to see a band that I covet and they're just terrible. And I've had that experience a few times.
You know what's funny? I have that experience with a band that I really liked back in the day. And they've always been bad though. Like live, they've always been absolutely horrible. Taking Back Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
And now they're like doing like a bit of a reunion tour and doing a lot of these festivals, and I keep seeing clips of them, and people are like, "Man, I can't believe how bad his voice is." And I was like, "His voice has always been that bad."
Yeah, it's
I
always been
remember
this way.
seeing him when they were huge and being like, "I could sing these songs. Like, give me the microphone because I could sing these songs better." Like he's brutal. But it's like it's that nostalgic thing, right? Where it's like I remember like I had the CD when I was in high school, and then you go pay $400 to go to When We Were Young Fest and watch them butcher the songs just as badly as they did, and you're like it completely like sucks you out of the moment.
Yeah.
It's like bad Bare Naked Ladies music, fucking screaming kids, and then you're just like I hate Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
I remember I really wanted to go see Slayer and Megadeth. It was like a I would say a bucket list duo, like them playing together, a show. It's a really big deal. And it was at the Dome. And the Dome has just horrible, terrible
just
sound.
the worst place to go for a concert.
Yeah. Marty Friedman had just left Megadeth. So they had like a bunch of fill-in guys. Slayer was like so obviously fucked up. Like seriously, like so drunk that they couldn't play their own songs.
Yeah.
They couldn't do their own song, and it was very soul crushing. I was like, I wish I had never seen this concert.
Yeah, it's
it's
like ruined this movie.
Yeah,
forward.
when I was a kid, I used to have the War at Warsaw DVD, and I'd watch it, and I was like, that's what I'm going to see. And then you go and watch like this like geriatric like half performance, and I was like, I really wish I didn't do this. And then when Pantera came to Commonwealth, I'd learned my lesson. I'm like, I'm not driving up there. I'm not driving up there. $250 to listen to an outdoor concert with two of the original members, the two worst ones, and everything I heard was like, it was awful. It was like, same thing, soul crushing. Don't go see him. And I was like, good miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crotchety.
I wonder if there's any bands that are like doing those reunions that are actually like people are going and seeing them and like, man, this is worth every penny.
I saw the Police when the Police did like a very short, ill-fated reunion tour in 2006. And they were incredible. I've never seen anything like that.
I wonder if there's like a style of music that is more like I think about. I mean, you're really into metal. I like the high energy pop punk, like hardcore, that kind of stuff. Like that feels like once you get into like your 40s, keeping up that energy that's required for that type of like show to make it good is just like harder and harder. Whereas like the Police, you can kind of go out at any age and like still rock those tunes.
Smooth reggae pop
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I also think there's an element of like some of the albums and some of the like periods of time when bands are at their peak and they're really catching your attention. It's when they're like coming out of strife and they're like filled with piss and vinegar, and they are like, just like you said, they're high energy, they're angry. A lot of people say the same thing about Eminem. Like if you listen to his first couple albums, like he's mad at the fucking world.
And they're some of the greatest hip hop albums ever made. And
Ever
then you listen
made.
to the most recent ones, you're like,
Yeah, and now he's situated. Now he's a grandpa.
Yeah.
Like he's not as worked up.
No.
He doesn't have as much to write about. Like yeah, it's cool that you dissed Machine Gun Kelly, but we have eyes. We see him too. He is horrible. That's not conflict. That's not a thing.
he also changed his genre.
Yeah.
And actually somehow did it better than his original genre.
Yeah, I just I think it's a thing. I think bands kind of catch a moment, and then if it's not there, it's hard to recreate. So I don't know what the deal is with Bare Naked Ladies. That just reeked of like, we need a paycheck.
Oh, and they probably got a solid one.
Yeah.
Doing 40 shows in a month on a train
Yeah,
with a, like I said, multi-billion-dollar corporation.
yeah, and they're all old dudes too, right? Yeah. Like the bass player wasn't even there. He was like, I have something else to do. They like, just got their son to fill in, and I was like, this is crazy. Fuck you guys. Yeah. really, really. I'm the Grinch. Let's bring it back.
It's going to be the merriest Christmas.
It's going to be the merriest Christmas. We will be, back in the lab in 2026.
Yeah.
With guests again, with new stuff. And
if you want to be on the podcast, if
Yeah.
anybody's like listening, like, man, I would love to join this conversation and maybe I have some information to share, fire us an email. Worst thing we can say is like, no.
and we won't.
Which we probably won't.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty desperate for guests.
Yeah, come
But
on.
like, if you got like a novel thing to share, something interesting to share, or a unique life experience, like let's get you on.
And let's get that.
That can be our New Year's resolution. Is we're gonna really lean back into getting some guests.
I agree with that. And
We're gonna make them sign waivers before they record.
yes, so we have to put it out. Never getting over that. Also, listeners, mailbag, raddadredemptionpodcast@gmail.com. Reach out, tell us about your Christmas. We'd love to read some shit on air.
Yeah.
We know there are a few of you, very few, but we know there are some dedicated listeners, and we appreciate you. So let's touch base. Let's have some contact.
Sounds good.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Let's go golf.
Yeah, hell yeah. God, yeah.
All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye.